I just see the need of the people also talking about the builder side of blockchain, not just the financial side of the blockchain.
We have to talk about a new initiative that you are doing in Stockholm in September. You are organizing a Blockathon. And what is that?
Exactly. Yes. First of all, thank you so much for having me, Martin. Really appreciate you wanting to talk about that because a lot of people need to hear what's going on in September. Since last year in September, there was a new event happening, which is called Nordic Tech Week. I was myself on the stage last year talking about blockchain. With Lunar and some other with Klarna, for example, with some other big companies, and trying to bring the blockchain view into the conversation. And this year we have the opportunity through the founder of the Nordic Tech Week to have a whole blockchain track, which obviously was great to see that people see the need of that. It started with an easy conversation. They are having a lot of different hackathons during the week. And me and my team were already talking before about why not having a hackathon on chain and do blockchain initiatives and blockchain solutions. And when he came, it was basically very natural to tell him like, oh, great, what about doing a hackathon on blockchain? And the name I didn't come up with myself. I have to send credits here to both Hannes from AI Institute and Blockchain Sweden. They were basically saying, okay, a hackathon on blockchain, let's put it together, and it became Blockathon basically. So this is how the whole initiative started. Yes.
But if I'm asking why is there a need for this?
Honestly, if the people that know me, I'm actually originally from Austria, right? I moved to Sweden in 2020 completely, and also started FirstBlock as a company in 2022 because Sweden for Europe is basically the Silicon Valley of Europe. And the mindset of Swedish startups are a little bit different. It's a little bit paying forward, and the initiative and the creativity of Swedish startup scene is much bigger. So, and that was the reason for me to move there because I wanted to go somewhere where I have a lot of creative people around me and build a lot of new solutions. And in my opinion, there is no problems on this earth that doesn't already have existing solutions on this earth, and blockchain is one of the biggest parts of that. So when I moved to Sweden, the idea was like, okay, let's go there because people will be thinking in initiatives and in like more in direction innovation, I would say. Unfortunately, to my to my later knowledge, it was not the case. Blockchain was unfortunately not that far that I was hoping for. And now, fast forward 4 years after starting my company, I just need I just see the need of the people also talking about the builder side of blockchain, not just the financial side of the blockchain. We already have the first stablecoin on SEC stablecoin already by one of the companies launching. We already have a lot of different exchanges in Nordics and in Sweden. But what is lacking, in my opinion, and also with people I'm talking about, is blockchain is so much more than just transactions on chain. Blockchain can solve so many more problems, and and we have already a lot of different companies doing that. And these companies are not getting the stage to show cost, and these problems are not being solved with blockchain today because the knowledge is lacking a little bit. And also, like, as soon as people talk in Nordics about blockchain, the second thing that comes in their mind is cryptocurrency. And why this initiative? Because we want to change that. We want people to understand the blockchain capabilities more, that it can solve so much more world problems than just sending some tokens from A to B quicker.
But there are some critics that say that blockchain or Web3 or whatever word you would like to use, that is a solution searching for a problem. The other way around.
Exactly. The thing is, what we obviously these critics I had in Germany and Austria and Switzerland when I was working before, and today these countries are one of the main countries in Europe really bringing in solutions today. In our time right now, data is the new currency, right? We have AI coming in, which is getting a lot of data and which is automating a lot of things. Blockchain is basically the trust layer, and that needs to be understood more. Maybe back in the days when metaverse was trying to do something and came as a huge opportunity, people were saying like, oh yeah, blockchain ownership on chain can help in the digital world to verify what belongs to whom. And we see today where metaverse basically ended, or in which direction it went. But with AI coming in, we have a real threat coming in where we will need digital ownership of the data, which AI will use to use for the AI models, and we need to make sure that these data is verified, trusted, and also the ownership is clear. It starts with our own identity, basically. If we are seeing all the deepfakes online, we are talking about internet slowly dying because it's just AI talking with AI and so on. We need this trust layer that comes in and makes it still connected to human and not everything going automatically. And we need this verification, the trust layer, that when people see something online, they understand and they know where it's coming from. And that is where I see the new wave coming in, where blockchain doesn't create problems. We have already these problems that are coming. We are not talking probably a lot about that because right now AI hype is very, very in the that movement is there. But sooner or later we will see we innovated something that we didn't knew how to control, and I see blockchain basically as that layer.
Yeah, and if we look back maybe in the October, November 2024, a lot of developers moved from the blockchain into the AI hype. I can imagine that you have seen it with colleagues and friends and whatever. And are they then now moving back, or are there new type of developers trying to mix AI and the blockchain?
So the ones that I know, obviously, every time hype moves, some people move, right? It's always like the next big thing people are trying to catch. But the ones that I know, these are really builders and blockchain experts that understand that AI needs blockchain, and that is where they are coming in as experts, trying to combine it and try to make it really controllable. And I even heard the phrase not long ago, AI on chain. Basically, you have to chain the AI so it doesn't get out of the control. So the ones that I'm talking with, they are still in the blockchain era, but they are seeing the exactly what I told you before, the trust layer, the verification layer, that we will need this to be able to continue building what we are building in the AI direction.
When it comes to the Blockathon, I also understand that you have defined a lot of different problem statements that you are also laying out there and trying to get some ideas on. And what are the examples for that type of problem issues?
Exactly. One of them I already mentioned. One of them is, for example, exactly the deepfakes that we are seeing right now online. If it's like videos, voices, and so on, in social media, you will see it today a lot. I have it very often that my parents send me videos saying like, hey, is this real or is it AI? 99.9% of the time, it is unfortunately AI, but the older generation don't see it that much. And I mean, it's just a matter of time that the AI gets so good that even the younger generation is not able to see that. And that is why one of the problem statements that we are really going after is having the identity on chain and then verify it. You can imagine like a blue check of Instagram, basically, that will verify that a content is real, or the person who gave it out is real, or the person in the content is real. I mean, I can count a lot of names that in the past was a victim of that, and with that blue check that verifies on chain that that content came really from that person, we will have saved a a lot of bad publicity, and probably also a lot of money would have been saved in the past. That is one of the solutions. And the other problem statements, we are having a lot of NGOs right now coming with on-chain coming with problem statements that are able to be solved on chain. If it's transaction problems, quicker transactions, if it's traceability, verification, also the connection to the donor and the donation itself, where it goes and so on. That is also a second problem statement. I can't say names now, but please follow us on LinkedIn and on our socials, and you will see which names are joining us in that sector. And the third problem statement that we are looking into is we are talking, or in the AI, we are talking about agentic AI payments, right? These AI payments need to be verified. Still, a human needs to be in the background, or these verification layer needs to be still there, and that could be something that we are exploring during the Blockathon with one of our problem statements, that we create something like that on chain.
When it comes to the actual work or ideas or whatever, can every type of person apply? I mean, is it only for developers, or is it also for no coders or vibe coders or whatever you call them these days?
Exactly. Shout out here to one of the platforms that we are using. For us, it was very important that we put the threshold very low when it comes to people applying for that. And shout out here to Sulis.ai. It's the platform that is providing us with the whole backend solution of the application. They have created something really, really smart. You can imagine like how we do that today with Lovable. We are prompting our websites and solutions. They are basically solving an issue here in blockchain era. You can prompt your blockchain solution on chain with that platform. So the idea is that the people who apply for that can come from any direction. It's not just builders. It can be really people from the industry having these issues, coming in with their own problem statements, or people who have ideas but they have never coded by themselves. And we brought in this platform that can give us the possibility to really prompt the solution on chain, and from the application, or basically when the hackathon starts, to the viable MVP in basically 48 hours. That is the idea what we are having here.
If you are not planning to create a solution or apply, can you engage in any other way during the week?
100%. I mean, you have to see the Blockathon as a really arms open. Anybody who want to join, who want to learn, who want to see what is possible today with blockchain can join us. The whole event, Nordic Tech Week itself, is over the whole week. During the whole week, we are creating different events, different side events. The idea of Nordic Tech Week, or what they are aiming for, is 300 side events this year. It will be a decentralized event all over Stockholm, and we want to also bring in a lot of different solutions that already exist in the market, different companies that already do these solutions. We want to invite them to come in and do side events, so that the mainstream, which is usually joining the Nordic Tech Week, can also get educated when it comes to blockchain, and also see what is happening out there and what is already existing. So people can join during the whole week. We have the first 2 days of Blockathon. Obviously, there's an application, we have a cap, but then we have the 3 top ones pitching on stage on the Wednesday in Kungsträdgården, and then the award ceremony on Thursday in Kungsträdgården. And for the last day till now, the others will be published slowly. There's a lot more planned in the background, but the last thing till now is we will have an AI summit, which will deal with the problem statements and talk about that, and have a lot of more academic view on AI and blockchain and how it can come together in KTH Arena on Friday from 9 till 12. So these are the events that we are having right now, but as I said, there will be much more events in the background that we are planning right now. Just follow us on our socials and you will be updated. Or follow Kaupr, because Kaupr will also announce that.
Yeah, and this initiative has come together quite fast and has been followed and engaged by a lot of people, both organizations and companies, and not at least people in the community. Where can it move beyond this Blockathon in Stockholm? Can it be a regular thing? Can it go beyond Stockholm?
100%. I mean, it's called Nordic Tech Week, right? So I am sure they have ideas to expand it to Nordic countries, but we also aim for that. I don't think that it's just Stockholm that will need this type of initiative. We have also other countries in Nordics, but also in Europe. We see a lot of tensions between Europe and US right now when it comes to a lot of innovation. Europe is trying to move more and more to just Europe-based solutions from the governmental level to the one-person show basically in startups, and I see definitely that is a start of a big chain that will move with that. And I also see that this will be the first step into that. We were very fortunate here that a lot of big organizations came to us and want to join that, but I see that really as a first step in that direction, and we will have more of this obviously over the years coming, definitely.